Welcome. Welcome back to the Holistic Dining Room Table, everyone. Jar Jar Binks has never left. To this day, he is wondering why he never became the Sith Lord that George Lucas intended him to be, okay? So go to YouTube and Google, YouTube Jar Jar Binks theory. And you too can learn from the failure of George Lucas when he abandoned his genius plotline for Star Wars Episode 1 and the prequels. Excuse me. Abandoning this written prophecy did result in the atrocity that we see today with the Disney Star Wars franchise. And that's a result of not staying true to your light or to your authenticity. Thank you so much, JDog A1, for your ongoing efforts. So I wrote a few words down today, and I am equipped with my my journal, okay? A new strategy I've developed here at the Holistic Dining Room Table. And guys, I wanted to, right now, I am drinking coconut water, okay? Fresh coconut water. So it's day 11 of a solid food vacation. Am I left-handed? No, I am in fact right-handed, okay? So I do believe the image is flipped. This is my right hand, okay? Although it appears to be my left hand. Jose B. Thank you, Jose B. Jose B, look. The prequels were great. They were salvaged accordingly. But Jose B, I demand, okay? I demand you all to go to YouTube right now and type in Jar Jar Binks theory. Watch what I'm talking about. Jar Jar Binks was written to be the Sith Lord above Palpatine, okay? Above Darth Maul, which would have been current day Snoke. That would have been Jar Jar Binks. That was written into the script. As Yoda was an off-the-wall, seemingly not too smart individual, okay, was revealed to be the all-powerful ultimate Jedi of the light side. Jar Jar Binks was his dark equivalent. Okay. Hello, Susie Lou. Holland Honda. I'm not triggered by that comment you made, but I do want to address that. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so Holland Honda. I have no avatar to compare what you just said to. That means I cannot see your face. So obviously I am glowing. Okay, so everyone can clearly see that and determine that for themselves. Okay, so we can do a face-to-face at this point in time. And then if you appear to be a more handsome, glowing, creative individual than I am, I will ask you some advice for your real lifestyle, okay? Mr. Blinky, no IQ on your end. Abigail is at this point in time, oh look, I do believe that was the trigger, wasn't it? Yes, so no glow. Look, because this trigger occurred, okay, because I was bragging, if you will, okay, on my glowing skin, and someone directly contradicted me, and therefore making the trigger a little bit worse, okay? So I'll put a star by this one. Okay, so yeah, that's in the journal. I didn't write the name. I do believe it's just a random troll account. I do have one or two repeated users who are basically the same person, so I can pretty much tell by their style of writing. So thank you, Devin. So advice for cleansing your blood, crystals and chaos, perfect. Yeah. So red clover, number one. That is an herb, the number one herb I recommend to cleanse your blood, okay? It is a beautiful day. You know what? I took a walk, I left my phone here, and I took my dog outside, and we threw the ball for the past 30 minutes, okay? So yes, it was an absolutely beautiful day. I had to pull myself and go outside. So I encourage you all to do the same, even if it's not beautiful. Every weather is beautiful. Rain, snow, it does not matter. We are blessed to step into this earth and receive every element each and every single day. So red clover, oregano oil, excuse me, herbs, okay? The number one I know off the top of my head is red clover. Let's see. Burdock root, okay? And most importantly, it's not what you put in, but what you take out. Most importantly, it's not what you put in, but it's what you take out of your diet that's causing these acidic environments, okay? Which is causing 3 out of 4 of us to receive chronic illness, all right? I'm not sure if that helps with that issue, life served raw. So look, what I could do for this is, I don't know exactly what, I would have to look into some resources of mine to address this specific condition. So if you're interested, you can always direct message me, but I'm not going to attempt to answer your question. But overall, all of these conditions can and will be addressed by eliminating processed foods, okay? Because processed foods, guys, yes, they do contribute to 3 out of 4 of us receiving chronic illness. So I did receive a follower, and for the followers, by the way, OnlyVans619 is my YouTube channel. Susie Lou, you're going to have to, yes, the fasting does heal most things, indeed, okay? However, the average American, including myself, a water fast is very, very challenging. And yes, especially for me, which is why I've been doing solid food vacations, juice fast. You know, it's not a real fast, but I'm not in an immediate health condition where that requires a fast. So I have found Ceylon cinnamon in Sprouts. I don't know if there's Sprouts near you. Whole Foods does have Ceylon cinnamon. And Susie Lou, if you are in a very isolated part of the United States, you are lucky. So just go ahead and order that, okay? By the way, guys, if it is not Ceylon cinnamon, you're actually you're just poisoning yourself, okay? It's the end. You're getting no nutritional value from cinnamon as we know it. It must be Ceylon cinnamon, okay? So that's another herb you can add to stimulate the blood. And someone asked me about blood earlier, and cayenne pepper is another very, very powerful herb for the blood too, guys, okay? Cayenne pepper will, in fact, reverse a heart attack, okay? Do I live in a yurt? Unlike our friend Bridger Ace, okay? At this point in time, I do not live in a yurt. But guys, I will be adventuring in my motorhome from North Texas to San Diego, Los Angeles, and back summer 2024. And I'll live stream the entire experience, okay? So, yes, I am a well-traveled individual, coast to coast. Worked in Yellowstone National Park for 6 months, okay? Absolutely phenomenal experience, waking up at 3 in the morning, driving 3 hours to the other end of the park by myself to reach an isolated area in an already isolated location and receive very many spiritual upgrades. And Futile is back with his futile attempts once more, okay? So the Holistic Jedi is here to deflect And Futile, OnlyMan619, my YouTube channel, you are going to make an appearance there. All right. So welcome to the YouTube channel. We will click on your profile to see the low IQ individual we are dealing with. And look, this person only has 6 followers. We will block him at this point in time because, look, and he will be back. Look, Futile, you will be back, okay? But this account was Futile, all right? So people like Futile, okay? Look, it's not a trigger, but I do receive repeated harassment, and it's just there's no reason to add harassment to the trigger journal because I do believe we have the. I'm getting an invite from Fried Foodies, and I almost accepted it, but they declined. So Fried Foodies, feel free to call me back. I'm sure that would have been an interesting interaction. Isaac, feel free to message me your bank account information, and I will withdraw accordingly. I'll take all the help I need. Okay? Until then, no. Okay? Alright, so have I visited any other countries? Yes, Mel Hardy. I have visited Germany. I actually lived in Germany as a military brat, okay? Again, another eye-opening experience, okay? So look, guys, I know you've probably heard this before, but there is a so-called myth called Tartaria. Okay, so somebody flagged the live for misinformation. It was probably our friend who I just blocked, but it's okay. I have a backup account, okay? So I was going to say, guys, Tartaria, okay? There are examples of Tartaria all around us, everyone. And I want you to go to your local capital right now and look at one of the most famous downtown buildings. It will be old world compared to the new structures you see around it. And I want you to notice the creativity which cannot be replicated, designs that we have all around us, okay? And those structures that have been forgotten as well. So these structures, okay, known as cathedrals, all right, etc. Free energy centers, okay, had the ability to access prana directly from the ether, okay? So we were drawn to these structures, and they came in with religion because look, these structures were built before the church, okay? These structures were built before the church. So the church came in, all right? They infiltrated these free energy centers, yes, okay. And they held humanity hostage with their electricity grid, and now we have the Food Matrix Network grid. So there are levels to this point of slavery that we're all enduring. That Doobie-Doo, he is one of the slave masters trying to whip us all into shape. So he will be muted for the duration of this live stream. And yes, Sweato, thank you for the follow, honey. As we go, I do address some low IQ level trolls, as you guys can see. So that's what the pretentiousness is. That's what a low IQ individual would perceive that to be. It's honestly just being blunt and using common sense together. So, yeah. By the way, so do I take any supplements and frequency therapy? First, let me address the supplements, guys. If you... okay, so every now and then, like once every 3 months, I will take vitamin B12. Okay, like for a whole week. Once every 3 months, and that's the only supplement I take. Every other supplement I receive in the form of herbal teas, okay, and whole plant-based foods. All right, bro, it's architecture. So look at the name, guys. Arc, okay, that's the structure. Tech, what tech are they talking about? What technology are they referring to in architecture? Okay, so guys, there are these structures, all right, all around the world that contradict the official narrative. So it doesn't matter what you claim them to be. The fact is, There should not have been a Chicago World's Fair, the Philadelphia World's Fair. In 1864, this would not be possible according to the narrative. A 21-acre building, a 21-acre structure. Yeah, and then guess what? After 6 months, they supposedly demolished these World Fairs. Okay, that's the narrative behind the World Fairs. Okay, if you guys don't know, okay, in the 1800s in America, they had miraculous cities that they claimed that were just temporary World Fairs when they were. Guys, these cities that were built, that was Tartaria emerging here in America, okay? And these parasites who are in opposition came in, took hold of this power structure, infiltrated within with their parasitic ways, and destroyed them from within, okay? And they continue to do so to this day. It's absolutely incredible, okay? However, we allow this to happen by operating in their fear frequency network structure, okay? We allow ourselves to be ran by fear. So frequency healing, thank you for the question. All right, we are in a frequency war, everyone, okay? So I have a series, right now you can access it for free. I went into a lot of details on this series, so I will probably start at 99 cents in the next week or two. But right now, go to my go to my page. I wrote a series called Frequency Wars, okay? And I go into depth on this spiritual war we are facing on every single level, okay? And I put amazing graphics into it as well. So Ryan Williams, you will definitely love it, okay? So Leo, the Food Matrix Network is one of the elements that keeps humanity locked in this fear frequency, okay? To the point where George Lucas had to withdraw his script, okay? And Ryan Williams, this is what we're going to do. You're going to be added to my mute list because you are just completely and totally irrelevant. The only positive thing you have done is mention Jar Jar Binks every live stream. Otherwise, a low IQ individual. Do I have a YouTube? I, in fact, do. I am screen recording the comments right now. And I repost every single broadcast to OnlyVans619. So I'll write it down here for you. Actually, guess what? I just posted an episode from last night, okay? Where I did capture some atrocious, parasitic, demonic forces attempting to, once again, as Ryan Williams repeatedly has, derail the message. So there is a frequency war happening, guys. As we speak, each and every single day. Has been from the start, and a miraculous healing free energy society has fallen victim to this parasite. Ultimately, it's absolutely it's horrifying, guys. It's absolutely horrifying. So I'm gonna reply to you now, and I want you all to look into Tartaria, please, because it's absolutely undeniable unless you have a low IQ. Okay, if you have no explanation or reasoning behind this topic, we can assess your IQ from your judgments, okay? And I will do so accordingly, obviously. So that is the channel, and I'm not saying it is all correct, okay? But these structures are in places which do in fact contradict the entire narrative, such as these World Fairs. How do you have a 21-acre building in the 1800s when there is a civil war about to occur? That does not happen. And then, so we are missing, by the way, this was a 400-acre World Fair, guys. In the time of horse and buggy, do you know how large 400 acres is? With a 21 square, so there was not a World Fair. It was an emerging free energy city, okay? And the parasitic forces that you see here in the comments, the low IQ individuals who wish to keep us all enslaved and wish to destroy our creativity at every turn. Yes, they came in and infiltrated this free energy system, the Tartarians, okay, and they fell victim once again. The Morphinist, I'm not addressing every single person when I say this, but I have screen recorded the comments, and you can go read the comments for yourself and determine the IQ level accordingly. That is in OnlyVans619, by the way, YouTube. Handy Randy 209, I do have the RV. I must know you from somewhere, so let's check. I can't tell from your profile, Handy Randy, where I know you from, but the motorhome is parked somewhere around here. And guess what, guys? I'll spell it, Yvonne. Thank you. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, you study architecture, so I want you to explain the architecture that is out of place for the official narrative. As an architect, I would love to hear your point of view on that. And I actually do mean that. So I'm typing in my YouTube channel name for Yvonne Perez now. There you are. So yeah, and yeah, so the comments are screen recorded again. So I'm not addressing everyone here, guys. Like, again, to the people who are supporting, I do receive an immense amount of opposition every single broadcast, which is why I have the screen recording mechanism into place so people can see what's going on. The Zytro asked, you are enslaved? Well, here's the thing, guys. Most of us do work 40-hour jobs that we would rather not. So yeah, 7 years ago, I was one of those people. I was enslaved to a lifestyle, the sad standard American diet lifestyle, yes, supported by a 40-hour work week job in the food industry, okay? Now let's be clear, 50, 60 hours, okay? So honestly, I was enslaved. The Zytro, thank you for that question. And even worse, the main enslavement, the person who was enslaving me the most was myself, due to my continued participation in the food, in the alcohol, okay? These processed foods, which are harder to quit than alcohol, cocaine, tobacco, heroin, etc. So yes, I was enslaved to that lifestyle, so I had to address the situation. My energy levels were declining rapidly, okay? I could assess this pretty easily because I did skateboard every single day for five hours at least minimum. So once I noticed a sharp decline in my abilities, I addressed everything in my life, and that was the cause. So I went through major withdrawals, major suffering, and you will if you attempt to get yourself off of this lifestyle, okay? That's what it's designed to do, to keep you victim, to keep you enslaved. So I broke through that addiction. Here I am 7 years later, free from the addiction to the foods and the alcohol, and the 40-hour job. So, yeah, I was enslaved, okay? And many of us are, okay? And not to say, look, guys, let's be honest, collectively, we are slaves. We have been since the introduction of we are an orphan race, okay? So look, guys, we can only go back so many generations before nobody knows what happened. And what actually happened was a nation of orphans. How do I make money now? That is a very common question to Zytro. You are a very low level individual. I'm going to mute you, but I will answer your question because I do know where this goes, okay? So everything you see here, that is rent, cost of living, etc., I can afford myself, okay? I do have a partner. However, animal caretaking is the way I do that, and various streams of income online, okay, combined. All right, so you are dismissed from my presence because you do not care about the message. You only care about me as an individual, my financial situation. You have no concern of my struggles, my addictions. Okay, you are only here to judge me in that way, and I was triggered. I brought the journal out. So, look, I promised if I get triggered, I will write it down. But I have a very short attention span. So I literally forgot what I just got triggered about. And this is why I have the journal here, so I can make better assessments. Okay? Very cute, B. So while you may be suffering with chronic illness, and you are, okay, chronic fatigue syndrome, / working at the Wendy's drive-thru, yes, here I sit from the holistic dining room table, okay? Thank you. And yes, I was triggered, so I do need to address this. Gosh. Okay, B Debrix. All right, LOL. LOL. His rent paid for, and he's a doggy sitter. Cute. Okay, look. I stopped eating animals 7 years ago, and the animals have afforded my freedom. So when you say cute, I am triggered by that. So look, thank you. Ongoing TikTok life therapy. We all benefit from this, okay? So B Debrix, okay, you did trigger me, okay? Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Ben. You get triggered a lot. Chill, brah. I have many holistic tools at the table to begin to address the situation we are dealing with, okay? Look, at this point in time, I am no longer in Ocean Beach, California, but I will be traveling in my motorhome once again to San Diego. I will be staying the entire summer in Ocean Beach / Los Angeles, okay? So you will find me there, and I will live stream every single day. So yes, follow me now. And it's going to be an amazing journey from North Texas to San Diego. All right, guess what? So we have a 27-foot motorhome and a Honda Fit that we flat tow right behind it. How many of you guys have a house and a house on wheels? Well, look, okay, this isn't a house, it's an apartment. Okay, so how many of you have an apartment and an apartment on wheels? And don't work 40 hours a week? You can all do this, guys. I'm not here to troll any of you that aren't. But if you wish to do this, you must address your addictions first and foremost. Because 7 years ago, no. 7 years ago, I could not do this. This would not be possible, guys. B Debrix, it does matter because I worked for this. Oh, it's not money, guys. Like, look, I invested my time into myself first and foremost. Come on, guys, invest in yourself and then get what you want. Like, let your addictions go. Look, not you all. We are all addicted to the processed foods, guys. And if we could get that out of our systems, we could afford ourselves a lifestyle. Okay? It's all about the lifestyle, everyone. What do you want out of life, guys? Spencer wants to work at Wendy's. Okay? Spencer wants to work at Wendy's, all right? And yes, Martin, it's a choice. But there are a lot of people who are struggling, guys, with their existence, okay? As I was. So I'm addressing those people, not addressing those of you who wish to participate in the system. All I can do is hope to spark your creative mind. That is all. Okay? I want a career that serves my community, okay? Perfect, Danny. Awesome. Okay, so look, yes. Find a career that serves you. Please do not get stuck in addiction. Please do not get stuck in the 9 to 5. I must do this to pay rent, okay? You must make a sacrifice at some point. Martin, look, you are right, but we all have the capacity to become the chosen one, Martin, okay? There are many chosen ones among us. I could click on your profile and tell immediately if you are a chosen one or not. But, look, that being said, an active chosen one or not, we all have an innate ability to awaken the chosen one when we choose ourselves. Instead of these overlords known as Starbucks, known as McDonald's, known as the Food Matrix Network, okay? You guys, these are our new idols, okay? That's what I was going to title a YouTube video. So and yes, my YouTube channel is OnlyVans619, van as you're driving, OnlyVans619. Okay, so idols. The idols of today are what? We all know these brands, and we don't know 5 different herbs. Okay, at that age, okay? You ask a baby what these logos are, they will tell you. You ask a baby what these herbs are, they will give you goo goo gaga. Okay? So, come on, guys, like, it is, nothing I'm saying is look apprehensive or offensive. Unless I receive a troll comment, okay? Kiosk, you are an American Idol, okay? Josh, I have listened to Rage Against the Machine from time to time, of course. Welcome, Amber. Mary, I wanted to address some comments. It makes me upset that not everyone around me has opportunities to get paid better. Okay, so Mary, let me check on your spiritual situation. Yes, I do see an ability to manifest according to, and you are looking with an open mind. You could achieve an even greater version of yourself, which would help everyone around you, as you were saying. So we all have these opportunities to get paid better. However, before that happens, there must be intervention on an educational level, okay? Because if people are stuck in these positions, they have not been reached out to, okay? They don't know what they're capable of, most of them, okay? Nobody cared about me when I waited tables, okay? Nobody cared, all right? Especially in Bowling Green, Kentucky. There's a lot of racism in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Now, not everybody was racist, but obviously I'm going to receive these types of comments in person and in the digital realm, okay? Nick Simons, what about nurses or doctors? That's a 9 to 5. So I'm not, the medical industrial complex, when they get paid to misdiagnose people with COVID, because they did receive thousands of dollars for this incentive, and then you have the nurses along with that doing dances on TikTok. Meanwhile, the rest of us, half of us lose our jobs, and then the other half of us are forced to endure masks from their 9 to 5s. I can't go along with the medical industrial complex after anything that has just occurred over the past 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So if you align with that, Nick Simons, it tells me you're a parasitic force who will be financially decapitated by this information I'm talking about right now. Yes, Amber, point blank simple. Okay, easily said and done. Okay, and I will be re-arriving here each and every single day to share this with you all. Yes, Sean, all of it. Everything that they have done over the past 3 years was exactly what you have said. Okay, end user, you do like to incite. You love to incite revolution in a very smart way. You are being infiltrated by the Mr. Smith frequency reaching out, trying to do it in a casual way. I will not allow that, user. Okay. So dismissed. You must make another account for that activity. Nick Simons, I haven't been to the doctor in over 10 years. And look, I personally dislocated this finger and this finger, put them both back together myself, okay, popped them back into place myself, and still did not go to a doctor. Okay? Yeah, I can tell. Okay. We do have some low IQ individuals in here at the moment who are all aligned with parasitic energy. By the way, friends, you are all being screen recorded and exposed for who and what you are. Okay. So, yeah. Thank you, guys. And for those low IQ individuals, we will strike the holistic bell now because there are very many of them who need to raise their frequency right now. And Jacob Casper, we already know. And maybe I should bring out the triggering book again. Or maybe I should just, because clearly it has not been effective. That did not work. So, prepare to be. You can only do so much, guys, okay? Nick Simons, that's not what I said. You're asking fairly logical questions. It's the other individuals who have no sustenance other than yeah or yeah guys or etc. Come on. So Nick Simons, to be fair, I can take you out. You're asking me some fair questions. But I do not believe that the Western and medical complex has been challenged accordingly. By the way, Nick, let me, please, since you are attempting to have a conversation, let me... Okay, so Nick Simons, please. So there is a book, Nick Simons, and I'm reaching out to you. Everything that just happened, please allow me to introduce myself as a human being. So Nick Simons, okay, please read the book, Politics of Medicine, okay? Politics in Medicine. It was written by a Harvard graduate who became a medical doctor, okay? Also, he was a United States senator, okay? And he aligns with, he challenged the Western medical industrial complex, as I am now, okay? And gathered 12 doctors to back him up. Half of those doctors were silenced, their families murdered, okay? So, Nick Simons, when anybody with credentials speaks out against the system, they are silenced, they are murdered, okay? So we need more individuals to speak about this. So that is why I'm here. It does not mean you're a low IQ or insane, but there are many, many people who would just not address this fact. That makes them low IQ. So Nick, now that I told you this, are you low IQ or are you high IQ? And I will respond accordingly. So Nick, continue to expose yourself, continue to go along with the conversation, and everyone in here will determine if you are low IQ or not. That was too much. That was too much. Nice sunset. What kind of what kind of juice are you having today? This is fresh coconut water. And I do believe my friend Justin has just left the chat room because he just got spiritually sniped on the live stream. Destroyed in front of every single person right here live at the Holistic Dining Room table. I will be doing this every single day for the next 3 years. Thank you, Lilo Kitty. So please enjoy this broadcast with the screen recorded comments so you can all laugh at him again. Because I know I will. OnlyFans619, YouTube. Oh my god, that was just completely amazing. When they have no response to them being exposed, it is just absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh my gosh. I feel like Ryan Reynolds in Waiting. Have you guys seen Waiting? And Ryan Reynolds walks around destroying the low IQ individuals as he trolls his way through his existence. Because it is absolutely horrifying. That is just what happened to our friend Nick. Okay. Maybe I should go retrieve the journal I chucked across the room. And I've just exposed my inner rage, okay? As Anakin Skywalker did in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. When he slayed some younglings, you guys just witnessed something similar, okay? And for that, I sit here and I still am going to laugh. Elizabeth, don't worry. Don't worry, Elizabeth. Guess what? Guess what? Just for you, Elizabeth. Just for you. I am screen recording the comments and I am posting this entire broadcast and every single one I do to this YouTube channel. I am typing in as I speak, OnlyFans. Yes, Elizabeth Pash. OnlyFans 619. And you can determine for yourself if that was funny or not. It definitely was, okay? Jacob, you're the only therapist I need, okay? Because you are a reflection of myself. If I actually address any triggers you give me, I will grow as an individual. You may grow as an individual. And self-therapy can be done, good morning, Eleanor Wright. Self-therapy can be done through conversing with individuals such as yourself. B. Devrix, that was a... I'm going to pin this comment. And I will strike the holistic bell as you all take in this perspective. Hello, Lars. Excuse me. Hello, Lars. How are you doing today, Lars? What has just occurred, guys, can all be seen on OnlyVan619, my YouTube channel. I will be logging off here shortly. I did have a fun time. This is day 11 of, I do like Animal Collective. Thank you. Guys, have you, Jess and Danny, have you guys ever been to the Grand Tetons, or have any of you all been to the Grand Tetons? You are welcome to go. To go. You're so welcome, okay? And me and the goat. I must say, that was one of the funniest things that has ever happened to me on this entire social media experience, okay? I promise. And I scare myself sometimes. By the way, okay, so yes, the Grand Tetons and Animal Collective combined. So I woke up in the back of my car. I'm just kidding. In the back of my van, okay? But I was in the Grand Tetons, like far out, like off the grid in the Grand Tetons. And as I was driving out the next morning, not only did I see a moose who stopped in the middle of the road with full antlers. I saw a moose, okay? I heard Animal Collective on the radio for the very first time. I've never heard Animal Collective played on the radio, so I was having a spiritual experience, okay? Okay, Ziggy T. And if you don't scare yourself, then you are an NPC/clone, okay, Ziggy T? If you do not, yes, and Ziggy T stops to address his, that means you are not willing to take any risks, Ziggy T. How did I end up like this? Let's see. I cut out processed food 7 years ago. I started fasting a lot. I freed myself from my 40-hour slave job by first asserting and dealing with my addictions. And then 7 years later, now I can do whatever I want and get paid for it. An NPC is a non-playable character. So we have, there are many among us who, and there are ways to spot these NPCs, okay? Based off of low IQ comments, okay? Or if you ever see anybody at all, anyone at all, driving alone with a mask on, they are an NPC. That is a non-playable character. So there are many codes you can use to decipher who among you is in fact NPC or not. Welcome, Beoff. Ziggy T, look, thank you, Ziggy T, low IQ, hold on, but let me spiritually evaluate you, just to be fair. You are in the beginning of something, I think I have addressed you, it's probably an unsuccessful launch, but you do have an open mind, so if you continue to look in the right direction, you may or may not be successful, it's up to you. Thank you, Robin. Welcome, Brain. Yep, I'm back. Jane Doe, look, you haven't said anything that indicates to me you're an NPC. I don't just, look guys, I'm not just, it's not like Jane Doe has entered the comment, NPC. No, that's not what happens, guys. Normally, I receive a hate comment, and then I address accordingly. So Jane Doe, no. First of all, I see humor in your name, Jane Doe. I get it. So, humor is a way to determine a creative mind, which in fact does it indicates the opposite of that trait. Now, guys, we all have the potential to begin as NPCs or clones. As I myself was one of the biggest NPCs slash clones. That is following orders, living in a state of fear. Okay, so Jane Doe, as number one is travel. So you've overcome a lot of fear very early, and you are looking. Okay, so Jane Doe, health, beauty, HER. So look, in all of these things you have listed, you can seek exponential growth by choosing one. Choose one. Not to say you can't have all four, but when you, I believe that if you focus on one, and then but implement all of them, that is starting somewhere, and then funneling your vision and then opening your mind, you will reach a state of success at some point, as you continue to do, okay? As you already are. So just continuing on that path, just to assist with your manifestation, okay? I just spiritually evaluated what I saw from you, okay? And Blake Douglas, I can see your comment. So these drugs you're referring to, they're actually in processed foods of this Food Matrix network, probably at your favorite restaurant, okay? Probably Popeyes. So guess what? For real though, these processed foods are just as harmful as drugs, such as heroin, cocaine, etc. That is more addictive rather, okay? So thank you. User, look, user. And guys, I didn't come here to evaluate everyone. I'm sorry. If something resonates with me, I will spiritually evaluate you at that point in time. But I don't have the chi. I don't have the chi to evaluate everyone in here. So I'm sorry, guys. But if you say something that resonates with me, I will. Okay? Thank you, Yasha. The longest fast I've ever done is 30 days. So user, you're looking to buy a fake gold plate chain to impress ladies. Let me tell you that, look. I have impressed many ladies while being homeless, okay? And have interacted, if you know what I mean, with very many ladies while homeless. And they were very, very, very attractive. A lot more attractive than, a lot more attractive than some of our friends are able to achieve in here. And look, welcome, Brooke Bam. You may have been one of the users I was referring to. I'm just kidding, Brooke Bam. Welcome, Brooke Bam. The best juice to kick alcohol, look. I do believe to address addictions, you're looking to receive some sort of comfort, okay? So Gregory, you're asking me what juice. So whatever juice is the most comforting to you. However, I think there's something more powerful than juice, and that is herbal teas in the morning. First thing, the first domino, I pretty much prescribe to everyone if they want to improve their lifestyle. So I'll give you my first 2 dominoes I do every single day. That is hot water, okay? Some form of hot herbal teas, okay? So I've been doing mint and ginger recently, okay, with hot water. And that comfort is received in the form of a hot beverage. When you just wake up, you are easily stepping into the 3D realm. You're rehydrating your body after a night's rest, because it does take water to breathe. Okay, so that being said, starting with the hot water, the second domino after that would be breaking your fast with fresh fruit, okay? Those 2 choices automatically, so the hot water and then the fresh fruit for break fast or breakfast. Just doing those 2 alone will drastically reduce your cravings for alcohol over time, okay? Because eventually your body is going to get over being hungover. You're no longer going to be able to handle that state of being any longer. So your body is going to start to crave more of the hot water, more of the fresh fruits, and whatever juice that was the most comforting to you, okay? Mullen tea says Sunset. Yes, guys, like these teas are super, super powerful and stimulating your system when you wake up and addressing that basically are putting in codes into your body, okay, that monitor your inner situation. They address every single cell in your body. They do the best they can with what they have to work with at the current state of toxicity, okay? And upon re-entry, they begin to address on a more critical level. That is, they become more effective over time. Okay, and Mullein tea is a very powerful one. Gregory, look, thank you. I literally drank spearmint tea this morning. Gregory, thank you, okay, for enhancing my telepathic abilities once again. So, Shut Unknown, let's see who you are. Let's see if you have created a burner account. And just to my surprise, you are a chosen one. So, Shot Unknown, that was an unknown shot according to your username. Awesome. So, I will address the shot you just took at me. Yeah, tea curing addiction, laugh emoji. Yes, Shot Unknown. Because although I'm not completely free from processed foods, I have not been to a fast food restaurant in at least 7 years, okay? So 7 years ago, I was heavily addicted to processed foods, okay? Which are more addictive than heroin, cocaine, etc. So starting with the tea, it did help me it was the first, as Gregory just said, that was one of the first things that was the first thing he did this morning, the first domino to make better choices throughout the day. So literally had just been confirmed by someone who is struggling with addiction, and as myself, who has addressed that addiction 7 years ago with tea, laughing emoji, it is in fact effective. Okay. Squash in the morning to help with arousal. I find it helpful. Jason, I'm not sure if you're trolling, okay? I don't think you are. But do I have sources that show this to be true? Peer-reviewed sources. Okay, so right now, I will remove your access to speaking any further, because even if I were to show you these credentials, you would just continue to derail the message regardless. You aren't interested in the message, only being critical to me as a person, okay? So yeah. Because there is a book called Politics and Healing, okay? Where it was written by a Harvard doctor. Thank you, green hair. So Politics and Healing, Politics and Medicine, was written by a Harvard-educated doctor, okay, a United States senator, and all of this information that I'm presenting aligned with his message. He was silenced, along with half of the doctors who co-wrote the book with him, murdered, them and their families murdered. So look, you guys, obviously, the peer-reviewed studies do not, they don't care about the peer-reviewed studies. That is where they start. They ask you for these studies, and if you play along, you eventually get assassinated. Okay? If you play along, you eventually get assassinated. All right? Where are the studies, though? Are you asking, like, seriously, where you can find studies on what specifically? And I did not mean to cure that. I actually meant to mute this person. And I've been told that can actually help, supposedly. But I wouldn't know. So my message, OnlyVans619 YouTube channel. You can find it there. Or you can follow. That's awesome, Corey Sam. Which one? The one up here or the one down there? Because I picked the large crystal light up for a very, very small cost, okay? $10, $15, I believe. So yeah, if you're asking me where seriously about the studies, or if you're going to, because look, people will present the studies if they have any validation, and they do, from Harvard doctors and United States senators. They will be targeted, they will be silenced, and if they don't stop, they will be murdered. So they do not care. They don't care about peer-reviewed studies, guys. Don't you understand? If you have enough followers and you present it, you will be silenced. That's the game they play. Okay, so that's why I'm here to expose them once again for who and what they are. If anybody's wondering, that's what we are dealing with, okay? All right, guys. Yeah, the one on the bottom, Corey Sound, has brought a brand new vibe to this entire apartment. That's for sure. It's absolutely amazing, and it was only $15. Some of my favorite purchases have only come off of, or have come off of OfferUp. Okay, Bradley Armstrong, you are welcome, my friend. You are welcome, because this work is on behalf of the holistic doctors again, who are silenced, even their families targeted, literally. So people are being too nice to these trolls, to these haters. They're being too nice. So that is why I expose them every single day. Okay? And we'll continue to do so for the next 3 years. Somebody asked me why, because it does take a lot of effort to do this, okay? Even though I have the time to do this, it is it's a lot to deal with. Yes, thank you, Bradley. And for the first time, Abigail joined my live stream last night. Not for the first time, but for the first time when there was 300 plus people on average. We did reach an 800 that was at the top. And over 1,000 comments, I believe, and she was overwhelmed. Because my girlfriend Abigail, she has no idea what happens in the comments, okay? So that is why I started screen recording it. But when she was in there, she was she could no longer go on. She was actually depressed, okay? She was literally depressed after experiencing all of the extreme opposition out of nowhere. So, yeah, that is why I only have 3 years, because yes, I will get attacked for this message. As we know, doctors are literally being killed. So, that is why I only have 3 years, guys. Because, yeah, these people will defend their system till their last breath, okay? They will defend, yes, energy vampires. They will defend their system till their last breath. Yes, Noram, you who will be financially decapitated. Because at some point, we're all going to be done with this hangover. We can no longer deal with the hangover as a human race. We will wake up, and we are. Yeah, the spiritual vampires. So I have a very good aura. My aura can block 99%, but I can let them through the aura depending on my trigger response. Which is why I had the journal, but I just threw the journal out because somebody walked directly into my crosshairs, and it was too easy. It was too easy. So if you guys want to see that interaction, I'm gonna repost it. Absolutely brilliant. And hilarious too. I cannot wait to watch that again. Thank you, Pilot. My post, I need to actually withdraw now and work on some posts actually, because anytime I gain access to the live streams, my focus shifts from the live stream, capturing that and transferring it to YouTube. But I don't want to lose focus on posting every single day on TikTok, which I have done since I created the page, okay? So thank you guys. You guys can catch the episode. I'll have it up tonight, okay? I'll be sure to broadcast this episode tonight. It was actually hilarious, okay? So thank you all for your support and ongoing support. Bradley, Pilot, and others, Monique. Thank you guys, okay?